Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, hello, and welcome to this week's Tackle Box. We have a special one for you. As you can see, if you didn't catch the news earlier this week, we're heading to Norway, my friends. That is right. And we are joined today by our incredible devs. You've met them before. They've agreed to come out again for this momentous occasion. We got Rushy, we got Ben, we've got Chris. What's happening, guys? Thank you for joining us here.
Oh man, I'm gassed. Oh, this is going to be cool. We've got paddling on holiday. They finally sent us somewhere. It's going to be cracking. Oh, off to Norway.
We took a flight out this morning. Couldn't be happier with what we're seeing right now. So
this is incredible. So, folks, this is my first time being on this reserve. I can't even begin to tell you the emotions of popping in around this incredible village with these vistas and views. I cannot wait to explore this. Now, guys, chat, we're going to be giving you some information. We're going to go for a little bit of a runabout, do some fishing. So sit back and relax and take this all in. Wow, Norway, unbelievable. Man, seen a lot of excitement, and I'm sure you guys have seen it too in the community. As soon as the trailers and everything landed, the word was out. It's been the nonstop topic of conversation, and it's just a pleasure to be a part of. And so, wow, I know nothing about where we're going. I've got a species lineup. I know about the reserve, but I haven't seen it. What do you want to do, guys? Where do you want to start? What are we going for?
We were thinking of just having a little wander around the main fishing village, and then we'll jump out in the lake and explore the reserve, and then I think we should choose one of the new fish. Maybe, I don't know, I've got a short list. I have a char, grayling, salmon, zander.
I'm feeling salmon.
Oh, salmon.
Yeah, I'm feeling salmon. Salmon's going to be good.
Yes.
Salmon's always
good.
Yes. Well, let's take a look-see, my friends. Here's the map. Here's the reserve. As you can see, look at this. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to tour about and see some of these spots. Wow. And for those of you that have been paying attention to some of the updates, I'd also like to draw your attention just over there in this bottom little corner. That's a big deal, but not to take away from this reserve. Wow. Holy, look at the waterways. I mean, that is massive. That first, would you even call that a lake? It looks like it's coming right in off the ocean. Wow.
It is. And you can get your boat out there a little bit, but we don't allow you to go out into the open water.
No, maybe someday.
Still limited to freshwater fishing.
Yeah, I think that's one of our very largest lakes we have in the reserve. I'm going to apologize. We do have Norwegians in the house. I'm going to destroy your beautiful language.
Oh.
That is the Nokkenhøen, the largest lake of this particular region. We've got 4 regions of the map, and this one has a huge lake right in the center, right on the coast of this beautiful fishing village that people would have seen us, preview a few weeks back. So it's exciting.
It is really exciting. And aside from these massive lakes, holy, that looks like there's lots of little gems to run around and explore, and I can't wait to get my hook into there and see what it's all about. Man, well, let's take a look at this gorgeous village. Like, this really has the feel. I can see. I mean, wow. I've never been.
Yeah, the art team have done a stellar job.
Have they ever?
Looking so good. So good.
Oh, look at this guy with his feet up.
And this is Torbjorn. This is our new shopkeeper.
Nice. Oh wow. Okay, well, I'm not gonna interact with him just yet. Let's go for the tour.
Super chill.
Yeah, lead on, gentlemen. I'm in awe here. This is great. Wow.
Obviously, we've got our usual selection of boat spawners and vehicle spawners around here to get you out and about. The roads are much more accessible this time around in Norway. You've got some fairly chunky main roads to get around, so you can get from A to B fairly quick. But should we ever wander up to the lighthouse, take a look at
we should.
the open ocean?
Oh, very nice. Yes, let's
just
do
over
it.
here.
Look at this. Wow, it really has that feel of a Norwegian village. Like it looks busy. Oh,
Should I go get a car?
Oh, we're not far.
You could-
You can
you
have
go
one
get
ready
far, man.
to pick us up to take us down to the boats in a minute.
Yeah. It's a nice little morning as well. I wonder what the time is. Ben, could you tell me the time by any chance? Like,
Oh, I mean, if only there was a new feature we had to help you tell the time.
God, mate. Yeah, if only.
If only there was one of them, mate. Well, the time is about 21 minutes past 6 in the morning, mate.
Oh, amazing.
Look at that. This is cool. Wow. Oh, wow, look at that. We got the cruise ship coming in. We got the big wind turbines out there. This looks great.
Yeah, all the
Holy-
devs have been staying on that cruise ship whilst we've been developing.
Yeah.
Our home away from home.
Wow, take that
Mate.
in for a second.
Listen to the noise of that.
I know. Somebody's going ham, man.
Wow.
It's like someone's got the pots and pans out.
So, well, now let me ask you, at night, I guess we're going to have a different view here. Does the lighthouse shine this big, massive light?
It does.
Oh,
Yes.
it does.
And, at night time as well, you might even get to glimpse the northern lights as well.
Oh,
So, yeah, night's very pretty. And
Oh,
also,
spoilers, Rushy.
didn't we tease it in the trailer? I don't know.
Already
I can't
spoiling.
remember now. But speaking of fishing at night, we've actually added another float. It's a glowing float this time around, so it will make it a little bit easier to see it, even with the focus on the float when you're float fishing. So another little handy thing we've added in. And there's other equipment as well, but I don't think we'll run through all the gear and stuff that we've added just yet.
right. Well, we got more streams coming. We got more things to do. This is, wow. Again, folks, for all of you watching, hello, chat. Yes, we have a lot to show you today. I know I'm missing a lot of chat, but this is my first time landing on this map. And just look at here. You got a good look down at the village here, guys. Look at this. Look at this. I can see there's been some time and some effort that has really gone in to capture that Norway feel. I can't wait to throw my line in the water. So it looks like we're jumping into a vehicle. Loving it. Nice dance, buddy.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
With our
I
proper,
just realised-
reliant driver as well. Like,
I just
really,
realised it's
really.
me driving. We need to
Yes.
get to the next. Can we just drive us to a valet point and then we can get someone else to drive? That's what that's
We've
plan, I'd
already
like to-
crashed.
So we'll go up there this way, I think. So I'm going to set as a little waypoint, and we can get on my way.
Beautiful.
Let's do it.
Where's the path?
Oh, Venom King, love to hear it. Right on. Why
Path
a
over
cruise
here?
ship? Well, because actually it's a big thing. Cruises going through Norway and such. So kind of cool to get that added in. Is that the ocean on the left? That's the ocean, Aaron. That is the ocean. I had no idea that we were actually going to be at the ocean. But it makes sense for the lineup of fish that we have. We hired a cruise ship for the duration of the preserve. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, good. Is it? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, nope. Sound is good. Sounds good. Video check's good. Has the water changed? LOA Wizard, there is always updates, as you've seen happening. They're always tweaking. They're always trying to just improve in every aspect of the game, not just the water. So, yeah, you might be seeing some more improvements coming down the line.
Yeah, our render team is constantly working on improving the water. So there's a few little tweaks, a few little changes in this update. And for the next update, which we're already working on, of course, now, we have got further improvements to the water, including some optimization surrounding it as well. So, yeah, lots of good stuff on the way.
Very much so. So, why don't we get into the nitty gritty? Rushy, could you give us a rundown of the species on the map?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got 14 different fish species in total, 13 of which are new to the game. So 13 just for Norway. Obviously, Northern Pike is a familiar face from Golden Ridge. But the pike in Norway are generally quite a bit bigger. So you're going to have a bit more of a challenge with getting a diamond over here. But obviously, I'll run through them in no particular order, I guess. We'll start off with the asp. Then we have bream.
Nice.
The burbot, the bullhead catfish, Arctic char, chub, grayling, the ibe, European perch, northern pike as mentioned, the roach, Atlantic salmon, which I believe is what we're going to go out and potentially go and try and catch them now, brown trout, and then finally the zander.
Oh, fantastic. Yes, sir. Chat, round of applause. I know for a fact, because, our Discord's very active, and I've seen a lot of the requests on what people like to see in the game, and boys, I think he just ticked a whole lot of those boxes. Well done. Oh, my goodness.
But if I'm right, though, that's not the only fish we're adding in this update, right? There's some other ones we've teased in the past. Yeah.
Oh.
The legendaries are arriving, of course, at the same time in Golden Ridge. So obviously everyone will want to jump into Norway, explore and catch all the new fish species here, but don't leave Golden Ridge behind. There's still some exciting reasons to go back there. And as we said in previous streams, you've got a really big challenge to go and catch those 3 new legendaries there.
They are one hell of a challenge at that as well. So
I know, it's like, what do you do? Everyone's going to want to see this new reserve and catch all the species. And then you've got the legendaries over in Golden Ridge that are just going to tease you to come back. It's going to be exciting and busy times on both reserves here very, very shortly, my friends. Very, very shortly. Oh, we're out of bounds.
Right.
You're trying
I
was enjoying it.
oh,
So it must be a right turn.
typical
Right,
Ben.
right turn. You're going to get back in?
We're going to try to.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we want to go to the lake, right? So we potentially maybe should maybe look for some water.
Yeah.
Well, quite a far way away from it. Maybe we fast travel back to the village, jump on a boat, and then we can travel out the lake.
Yeah, someone else drive, please.
No, just fast travel. I'm fast traveling, but I've already left
Fast
you.
travel.
I'm just giving you the scenic route. This is the kind of things you can see in our reserve in Norway. Let's do some fishing, though.
Oh, I can just imagine folks already trying to get as far as they can off the map before it kicks them back.
It's always the case. Always the case. All right, I've spawned a boat. I've got one.
All right, we're
Good man.
back. Look at this,
There
folks.
we go. Yeah, so you wander up behind the shopkeeper's store.
This is great. Wow, I could just run around this village for hours. It's got a feel to it. Really does. I'm coming. Hold on. Don't leave without me.
No, he's just creeping away from us.
Yeah, it's a whole. Whoa, trying to find your way through first time.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Stop,
cool.
stop moving, so I
Look
can
at
take
this.
my brand new rod out.
We're going for a drive first, Ben. Come on.
Yeah,
You're so eager, mate.
Look at me,
Eager.
rod. Look at me, brand new rod.
Where'd you go? Oh, there was Rushy. Sorry,
It's
I
alright.
had to stop. There was the scarecrow looking. It looked great.
Yeah. The scarecrow's called Gaz. That's what it
Is that Gaz?
Yeah, that's Gaz. That's Gaz.
After
Yeah,
I produced it.
it's a traditional Norwegian name, that Gareth. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys. Thanks for
Yeah,
knowing that one.
Wow, first time out on the water here on Norway. Couldn't have any better company. This is great, man. Still to this day, this is one of my favorite features, having 4 of us in one boat. I know it's nothing new, and Chad's probably just done it, seen it, been there, but there's something about it. Hanging out with your friends, getting out onto the reserve, jumping in a boat. The only thing I think we're lacking these days, guys, is that foldable chair.
Yeah, I mean, the game is complete now. Like, it's all we have to do now is add that foldable chair, and then we're good.
No, Michael plays. I had the game sound down low because the engine's quite loud and the music. I wanted you to be able to hear what everybody's talking. So, yeah. No, we're good.
But speaking of music, Chris, we've got something new for Norway, haven't we?
Yes,
We have got something new, and it definitely released at the right time. We did a really good, but it was really good. Yeah, Will's done an absolutely amazing job on smashing out this new reserve theme. It sounds awesome. He's done a stellar job, and I think I personally prefer it to Golden Ridge. I'm not sure about chat or everybody else, but it's definitely sounding super good. So yeah, really happy with what he's delivered.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, getting involved with that. Working with Will on the new reserve theme and stuff. It's got to be. It's seen it all come together. Were there any challenges? Like, is there? Because it's got to be difficult trying to really recreate a feeling of an area, right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean we've really tried to sort of hone in on that sort of Norwegian, well, Scandinavian style. It's something that we really paid close attention to. We actually paid a couple of instrumentalists to perform like nickel harper and other sort of Scandinavian instruments, just to sort of really cement the theme in the culture properly and do it justice. Because I think we've and I think Will's absolutely nailed it. It's really cool to have those live instruments playing, and it's sounding great. And I was super happy with it. Like when he sent it over, and we were all sort of sat in the room listening to it, and it was just like, yes, we nailed it. This is Norway. It's sounding great.
Excellent. I mean, yeah, you know when you've got it right, and you get that feeling. Well, for what I'm seeing so far, you guys have done an incredible job. There must have been challenges, I'm sure. I've got my strike message on. There must have been challenges, but I think everyone's going to see as they get onto the reserve how immersive it makes it. I certainly felt it. Oh, I have a monster, boys.
Oh yes, there we go.
Oh, I have a hat. My position.
Taking over my mantle from last week. Well done.
But it is a roach, which is pretty cool to be able to pull a roach in right now. But we got a nice close-up on the hat here. I'll have to change my angle. I always like to try and keep you guys in the screen when I'm casting, but yeah, I can see what happened there.
You're one of us in the screen.
Yeah, I do have the strike button on, friends, because I'm reading chat. I got a bunch of things going on, and I actually I don't mind the strike message. I find it doesn't bother me at all. I quite like it, to be honest. I find it helps. Oh goodness, missing a cooler or chilled beer as well. Yes, well, there's certain things that we would love to be able to have. So let me ask you before we move away from it, Chris.
Yes.
I think one of the things that was it was fantastic. I mean, absolutely fantastic in Golden Ridge Reserves. I will not forget that stream when we all went and explored the Halloween.
Oh, yes.
Right? So, like, can we expect anything like that here in Norway?
Well, that's a very good question. I've definitely we saw the reaction to the ghost town. We saw it was so good, so we thought, why not sort of throw some little not Easter eggs, but little sort of audio bits here and there into Norway. So yes, we've definitely got it. But I don't want to spoil it too much. We want the players to find it and listen, because it's really cool.
Fair. That's good. So there you go. Guys, there's something for you to get. I mean, and the minute you get on the reserve now, you're going to be looking for it. You're going to be trying to catch those audio clues and see what's out there. And I'm sure somebody will find it in the Discord. And I can't wait to see. Or hear. See? Here? We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'm getting
need to
nothing.
see who can get.
Sorry?
I might go get myself some more gear. I am not really getting anything currently.
Gotcha. Well, I'm on another account here, so I'm starting pretty fresh. I'm only level 2 at the moment, so I'm using pretty minor gear. We're not going to see monsters coming into my line, but I mean, with the starter gear, I was able to catch a roach there, so that was pretty cool. Which actually, I see. I'm trying chat, but we got a lot to cover here, and I do see someone has asked. Where did it go here? Noel has asked, do you need new gear on the new map?
You don't need new gear specifically. Majority of the gear you've got from Golden Ridge will suffice to catch all the fish species here. But we have added a few new rods, a few new reels, and a few new lures as well for you to be able to use to help you target certain fish species more specifically.
Oh, beautiful.
I think in general, the rods are generally a little bit larger, a little bit more powerful, because of course we wanted to make sure that when you're fighting the legendaries back in Golden Ridge, you've got gear to actually fight them, because they're monsters.
Oh, so that's cool. So there could be a reason for doing so. Look at this beefy boy right here, right down beside the boat. Sorry, I'm being distracted by beautiful things. This is great. This is great. Awesome. That's good news, right, guys? That's cool. So not only do you have new gear coming, the time and efforts that you've put into Golden Ridge Reserve will certainly benefit you here. And so that's good news. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Man.
For new players, obviously we recommend everyone jump into Golden Ridge first. It's definitely the easier place to kind of start things off. You've got the tutorial, run you through a lot of the kind of intricacies of the game first. And then Norway is kind of, for people who've been playing the game for a while, it's a perfect place to step into. And, you'll be hopefully going out and trying to target, golds and diamonds from the off.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Now, I guess actually, while we're talking about that, I haven't had a chance really to get into the missions. And maybe that's a good thing, because I don't want to put any spoilers out there. But, I imagine, well, Ben, you'd probably be good for this. You probably already have developed some favorite places and different parts of the reserve. Anything you want to share?
Yeah, so the idea with the reserve originally is that the time we were going to be able to go to kind of take reference of Norway and have a look around and then go there would have been around the spookier times of year, around the winter, which kind of drove us kind of going for a more kind of troll-based, a few different creatures. There's a few different creatures in the map you'll see, which is, sorry, I should be clear. There's a few mythical creatures alluded to.
Okay.
You won't find any alive ones, I'm sorry. Apart from fish and humans, obviously. And one of the things that we wanted to do was to basically get a little bit of that pagan flavor, a little bit of the things you think of when you think about Norway, but also some Sami stuff in there. We wanted to get some kind of News Wave stuff, just kind of a big, kind of layers upon layers of different types of cultures as you kind of walk around. Right. So in short, we've got the big Viking ship. That's awesome. We like a bit of that, but we've also got kind of some more Sami-related bits and pieces and kind of older parts of the world, and also some brand new stuff as well. So the Viking ship's one of my favorites. I love the troll-related things that I think we're not talking about much, and some of the other stuff as well.
Wait, so hold on. When you said Viking ship, I just thought Viking Cruise Lines. It's the cruise ship. You mean there's a legitimate Viking ship here on the map, on the reserve?
Indeed. So we have a Snekkes, which is, I think, a Snekke. Correct me, I'm going to just say wrong. Thankfully, we had a Norwegian consultant, so they didn't depend on me for their Norwegian, which was fantastic. We had a Snekke who is called Ormond Aegir, who was one of the boats of the Aegir dynasty that you can see around the reserve. And there's a few different special bits and pieces you better learn about some of their history, as well as the Sami history of the people that owned the land before the reserve was built.
That is super, super cool. This is very, very cool. My time in Sweden, actually, when I went to the Expansive Worlds head office, I got to go and see I forget the name of it, the big Viking ship. They have a museum there, and I've always had an interest in that. So I can't wait to explore that here in the reserve, because obviously the fishing is the main focus, but having this, it's like a backstory, and it adds a lot to it. That's pretty cool. And these trolls you're speaking about, I mean, I imagine there's quite this storyline to the reserve, and I'm not sure if this is something we can answer, but the missions, the story on the reserve. I imagine it's quite extensive, much like Golden Ridge.
It's not too dissimilar to Golden Ridge in the sense that you've got the kind of your main narrative mission that you can go along, and this time with the narrative mission as well, you'll be unlocking gear as well. So some actual progression for doing it, other than just the storyline, which is cool. But then we've also got a series of different or new types of missions. We've got lots more fishing challenges this time around as well. But we've also got scavenger hunts and geocaching events as well. So there's a bunch of reasons to go and explore the reserve, as well as obviously fishing is still the core activity.
Right.
But if you're doing things on the side, and hopefully a lot of those missions will also help you find new, more hidden, more secluded lakes, and that might land you the biggest catches in some of those areas.
Well, I'm just looking at the reserve map right now and seeing some of those little lakes, and that's exciting. I always found the Golden Tour to be quite helpful on Golden Ridge Reserve, so that's exciting to hear. That is exciting. It's the challenge with the open world concept of fishing. Obviously, folks, focuses on fishing, but it's nice to have that to be able to go and explore. Beautiful, beautiful. So, made a note on something here, and I think I'll maybe just let you elaborate, Ben. The 4 monsters. Do you want to?
Okay, exactly. That's cool. So I kind of talked a little about going down this spookier route as we did. And when it came to kind of designing the names behind the map and some of the legends and stories of the land, we decided to gravitate around 4 Norwegian monsters. And each of the regions you find on the map is named after them and has a lot of theming to do with kind of these older legends. So you probably, keen people, keen watchers in the audience will notice the name of the reserve is Trollsporet, which means the trail of the trolls or the tracks of the trolls. And that's kind of the main creature of one of the regions, the troll. You may have heard of them. There's a few of those in a form knocking about. You'll probably know that if trolls get exposed to sunlight, they turn into, they get trapped in a prison of rock. And you'll see a few of those around the reserve, I hope. Well, you probably will if you look around. We've also got the Huldra, who is a beautiful woman with the feet of a cow and the tail of a cow. And she tempts people into the forest to kind of, to meet their end. We've also got the Fossegrim, who is a man who plays the Hardinger fiddle, something like you might hear in the music. And he tempts people into the lake and drowns them. And we've also got the Nokken, which is we're in the Nokken region right now. And they are kind of lake spirits that you may see in things like Frozen. They're in that. But they're also in Norwegian legends, which is where we take them from. So we've got a little bit of theming of that. And actually we tried to kind of work a bit of that and make it really unique.
Exciting.
And like Norwegian folklore is surprisingly chipper. I am being sarcastic there. It's terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Like Norwegian folk stories are terrifying. I'm not gonna lie.
You'll be able to learn about a few of them. We've also got one more monster, who's more of a Sami monster as well. That you actually have a little bit of a more structured mission around them, which I think you'll really enjoy. And you'll be able to learn a bit about them because there weren't a monster I'd heard about. I'd heard of trolls before, but I have never heard of the Stala, which is the one that we're talking about, who's a bit like a troll, but you'll be able to learn a bit about them while you fish. Be good fun.
You must have had, the process of researching this and getting involved in this, and as you said, the consultants, and we have people. Obviously, we're pretty close to the mark of living there and such in the company as well. I can only imagine the stories and how you came through it all to get to this point.
We were really, really blessed in that we could kind of work out a Norwegian consultant to kind of help us, who knew a lot about the region and he could teach us. I live in Sweden, which it isn't too far away from Norway, and indeed, I think people are very similar more than they're different, even if there are a few very, very key differences. But that really helped us kind of bubble forth into some of the characters. We walked past Torbjorn. Living here in Sweden and knowing a good few Norwegian people, small talk isn't really on the same kind of level as it is in the UK. They don't really like it as much. But in order to run a shop, you're going to need to do a bit of small talk. So Torbjorn's very reluctant. He tries very, very hard to do his small talk, but he just doesn't really like it. And the more he likes you, the less he'll talk. Basically, and he's very reminiscent of a good few Norwegian people that I know in real life as well.
Nice. Cool to see another shopkeeper. The personality shows through the game, and so that's pretty cool. Seeing that as this all unfolds, and I'm sure over the upcoming streams we'll be exploring some of this as well, my friends. Right? Is there a God of War Easter egg in the Hunter? No, I don't believe so. Oh goodness! Wow! This is such a different feel. Such a different feel from Golden Ridge Reserve. And I mean, obviously you would expect that, but my goodness.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why we wanted Norway. Something that offered that kind of contrast in visuals, contrast in fish species, and contrast in layout as well. Obviously, you've seen the size of the water bodies here. So yeah, we feel that it offers something that something that's naturally complementary to what we've got. So we've got, I think, 2 really, really strong reserves now that we can build upon.
Beautiful. I mean, that's key, right? And we've seen the building happening over on Golden Ridge Reserve, so I can't wait to see what you guys are able to do here with Norway. Unbelievable. I'm sorry, Chad, I know I missed so much, and I'm sure you understand why. Any new cosmetics? Well, we did cover the tackle, the bait and the rods and such. Are there new cosmetics? That would be a big ask.
I'm just trying to think whether or not they're actually.
We did just
don't know.
release.
I don't know for certain. We did just release the free Wilderness Cosmetics pack, so they're already live inside the game. Don't forget to grab them on Steam, Epic, or Windows Store. So you just need to download them, and they'll appear in your storage. And I tell you, the rods and the reels, they're appearing in your storage. The clothing goes straight into your customization, so you can check them out straight away. I'm just trying to think for certain whether or not we did add more cosmetics. No, I don't think there are more cosmetics in this. However, there are definitely more ways to express yourself in the game. I don't know if you've pressed the quick menu yet, Jaxy, to show off some new features and functionality inside there.
I was
Can't do it in the boat, I don't think.
I was waiting. Yeah, I can't while I'm here right now, but I can, we've got the flashlight button. You can see there are emotes now, my friends. And of course, we still have, this was a great ad. We've had a lot of fun with it here on the streams. But yeah, we should maybe hit shore at some point to show that off a little better.
Yeah, I'll head on over. Everybody in their seats, please. So, can you fasten your seatbelt?
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Remember to know the emergency exits. That would be great.
Vorgrax, that's an option to turn your flashlight on and off. Can you drive out on the ocean?
Flashlight.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
No, you can't drive out into the open. You can drive out a little bit off the coast, but not too far. You can still fish around there, but as soon as you attempt to go too far, you'll get respawned back where you were.
Right.
But yeah, the flashlight before it was just that was set in a timer essentially. So at a certain time of day it would turn on, a certain time of day it would turn off. It will still do that, but now you can choose to toggle it on and off in the menu.
Oh, that was cool.
You okay, Ben?
It's just the boat parking did a funny thing. Oh, I can see there's already stuff to be able to pick up there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, not gonna do it. Those are spoilers.
Oh.
Yeah, there's spoilers. So here, let's take a look at this. So yes, as Reshi was saying there, your flashlight, you can toggle it on and off. It was a request we'd seen from the community. To previously, it came on automatically when it got dark. But having that control over it can be quite immersive if you're doing some night fishing. But here we go. Let's take a look at this. Up to you guys here. Maybe, yeah, if you want to show some of them off, that's awesome. Nice. Nice. That could be a good celebration after you catch a fish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Tarzan chest bang was pretty good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, of course.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, show them off, boys. Show them off. And then I'll take it because they'll see them from you guys better. This perspective. Now, you guys can tell the team has had some fun with this. Obviously, it's all about you guys having fun, but you can see the passion that's going into this. Just, more ways to be able to interact and things that you can do with your friends. It's pretty cool. There you go. So here's what we got so far. I like the cheeky wide. That's pretty good. Right on. Right on. I wonder, I'm not having a ton of luck. I've got the beginner gear here. I did catch that one, but I'll keep giving it a try. But I'm going to watch for you guys as they come in. And you're in pretty good positions. I should be able to look over and we can show off some of the beautiful fish models.
Hopefully. I can see something now, actually. Looking for a little nibble.
Oh.
I'm really not catching much with my salmon setup. Have you managed to see any salmon here?
No, I got a perch. I got a silver perch. That's probably the biggest thing I've got so far.
I came to catch salmon and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Just a European perch.
What do you got there, Russia? Oh, a European perch? Okay.
Just a perch.
Yeah. It's just a perch. I'm excited to be able to get after the perch. Oh, my goodness. What about, I know I'm missing so much. So is it only saltwater fish in the ocean and only freshwater in the ponds?
Well, just freshwater fish, because obviously you're not going out far enough to where it would be saltwater. That would be a whole different expansion or something along those lines. Let's say if we did wanted to do anything down the line, we're focused on freshwater fish, and we want to obviously add more freshwater fish to the game as well in the future. Saltwater fishing, maybe in years to come, but not now.
There we go. So just to get a quick little answer to your question, I saw it. I see you. I saw the highlight. Curious what would be the dev's favorite emote in the game so far and why? Oh, that's a good one. What
It's got to be the cancel pop, inspired by our very own Big Gary and his particular strut.
I think cheeky wine for me, 100%. Cheeky wine. It's got to be cheeky wine.
For me, it's actually one we haven't added to the game yet.
Oh,
there are more emotes to come. We had all of our guys in the studio do the motion capture, so we had some fun doing them.
I can only imagine. I hope that was on a Friday night with a few sodas involved. Oh wow! So these are actually our devs that are doing the motion capture. Is pretty. That adds a whole new level to it for me. I'll never look at you boys the same with that cheeky wine. I got to be honest. Is the brown bullhead going to be big? Well, I don't know. Do you want to give away weights or anything like that right now, or let them find it? I mean, brown bullhead.
I don't want to give away exact sizes, but the bullhead. Let me just have a quick think. What sort of size we talking? No, it's not going to be massive. The bullhead. We're talking probably an average around 1.5 kilos, so it's not huge. If you want to capture something a bit bigger, I think what's the biggest in the reserve? I think it's the salmon. I think they're definitely some of the biggest ones. Obviously, our pike are bigger here this time than Golden Ridge. The Atlantic salmon, they're fairly chunky. They comfortably get well over 10 kilos.
Oh, I can't wait.
Brown trout kind of get up to near about 10 kilos as well. You can get up around that sort of way. But yeah, I think salmons are actually going to be some of your biggest catches.
I can't wait. That's the biggest draw for me is the Atlantic salmon. Being on the Pacific, I've never had a chance to go for Atlantic salmon, so that'd be pretty cool. Well, that's actually a good segue into a question I've seen a couple times here in chat already. Favorite new species in the Norway Reserve, boys? What do you think?
Ooh.
The tough one.
Fish species.
Yeah, you got 13 new ones. That's.
I mean, the salmon is always a go-to one for me, but I identify quite a lot with the bream. I think that that's definitely a chunky boy, chunky boy for sure. Bream looks great.
I kind of like the Arctic char because they're surprisingly hard biting fish.
Oh.
Yeah, you often see plenty jumping when they're on the line as well, and they tend to attack, hit and run on the bait as well. So I like the fact that you're kind of surprised by the bite a lot of the time.
That's pretty cool. Actually, the char are exciting. Interesting.
And I know that they were in the last reserve, but the pike, I'm a big fan of just because it feels very archetypally kind of Scandinavian, I guess. We talk a little bit. If you read the handbook pages, you'll see some fun facts about Scandinavia and the pike. We've had those in since the last reserve, including loads and loads of hints for this reserve that you got missed, and some that you found as well. But you'll find a load of the kind of facts about why I think they're so tied to Scandinavia in the descriptions.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Cool. So there you go. I'm interested about these char. I've never fished for a char myself, so it'll be cool to be able to try out some new things here. These roaches are really they're putting up a nice little splash show here. I mean they're jumping as I'm reeling and they're really moving around. They're pretty cool. Another species I've never been able to fish IRL.
Yeah, so that's always one of the things we want to kind of fulfill the fantasy of is allowing players to go and catch fish species which they might not have been able to do in real life. And hopefully there's a handful inside here for everyone to try and catch. So yeah, and the char that we're talking about before as well, those some of the, I think, generally slightly harder to find inside the reserve as well. We won't be catching any here in the main lakes. They tend to prefer the shallower, smaller areas.
Right, gotcha. Oops. Interesting. Sorry, I see it coming up a lot, and no doubt I understand my friends, and we hope to share something actually really soon about the consoles and where we're at with that. So stay tuned. We have some incoming news for you guys, but nothing solid concrete that we can really speak about right now on stream. Should we use the lure? So I started a new game here, and so I'm only level 4 now. I actually haven't even been to the shop on this side, so I can't really get into much else of the fishing at the moment. But next week we'll be exploring more of that. I'll have some more levels under me, and today was more about showing you the reserve, getting some inside skinny from these gentlemen right here. So if you do have some questions, feel free, put them in there. And we'll see if we can get through it all. Absolutely. Very high graphics. Nice. Will there be sea fishing? Not currently, as is. I don't know that that's some... I don't really think there's much you can say on that right now, is there, Rushy? Anything's possible at this stage, right?
Yeah, anything's possible. That's just, a whole nother world of fishing. Yeah, it's almost like an entire new sport. So it's something that we're definitely interested in. But obviously, we want to kind of solidify everything that we've done with freshwater fishing to start off and continue to grow the number of freshwater fishing locations and types of fish species that you can attack here first. And maybe down the line, that's something we could do.
Very nice. Nice. Yes, there is new stuff. Char makes excellent sushi. Did you guys get to... while in the process of developing this, did they import the fish so you could taste it?
Yes, that's a guaranteed. It's what we put on our rider whenever we make a new reserve. We have to have every single fish that comes in just to
for research.
I wish that would be amazing.
Oh,
that would be so good.
Jeez,
yeah,
that sounds like a party. Oh goodness.
I'm getting nothing here. My salmon setup is doing nothing. I need to go back to the shop and get.
I mean,
some
I've
stuff.
been catching fish, Ben. So I mean,
Yeah, but did you have you caught any salmon, Chris? I'm hyper specialist. I'm all about that salmon. Yeah,
I definitely haven't. So,
well, I'd like to draw your attention to the one scoring roach I just caught. It's massive.
Whoa.
It's like this thing here. I could attach it to my hat and everything.
Nice.
Yeah. To get the salmon, typically I think we need to move slightly deeper waters on the edge here. We're not going to get too many bites, so want to maybe jump back in the boat.
Can we jump back
around the
in,
lake
yeah?
up a little bit and head up north a little bit. I think we'll
Let's
have
do
better
it.
look in the middle.
I'd love to see another landmark as well if we can find one.
That would be great. Yes.
And that'll get you some levels as well, Jaxy, because that's the best way to get early levels is exploring.
Awesome. Sounds good. Let's do
Is
it.
everybody in? Have we got everyone?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, please.
Yes. It's available on Steam, Epic, Windows Store, right across the PC platforms at the moment. You hit F as chat's telling you. Yes, absolutely. That's how you zoom in. Sorry, Rushy?
And that'll be tomorrow, of course. And it's not available right this minute. No way.
Right.
Tomorrow you'll be able to go and pick it up for free, of course. So
Yeah, I mean that's something we should highlight.
Yes.
For sure.
Do you want to talk about
mean,
that, Rushy?
Yeah, I guess the thinking behind that was that we've had such fantastic community support. You guys have been here, since day one. A lot of you have put in hundreds, some even more than 1,000 hours playing this game. And we've been thrilled with your comments, your feedback, and your help to try and improve the game. And we wanted to, reward you guys with more content. Obviously, we've released the free cosmetics packs, the free tackles packs, but we've been working on Norway for a while, and we wanted to make sure that everyone who's here and has been here for a while and up until early next year, you can pick it up for free. So if you're, like, I guess, an early adopter of some form, then you get to keep it as well. This isn't a limited sort of trial period or anything on the lines. Is you download it, you keep it forever.
Very nice. Very nice. It's a big thank you to the community, my friends. And, we say it often, but the game is shaped by yourselves. It's your feedback. It's your involvement. And if you have not yet been involved, well, being here in the streams is a great way to get started. Of course, come and join the Discord is an incredible way to get involved. We have a fantastic Reddit. There's even some beautiful gaming groups that we don't run them, but we're certainly part of them over on Facebook. Follow us on all the socials, and you can keep up to date on this stuff. That's, in fact, where you'd be hearing about a lot of this first. Discord being such a great spot. I mean, Gaz is in there. You know, he's constantly giving updates. Rushy, I saw you. You're chatting with people, everybody, or with everyone in there. I just think it's great, the connection that we have with the community. So definitely, if you haven't been, come and get involved. So how do
Have you got directions for me, Rushy?
If
Are we looking good?
Head, just go a little bit more centrally. So head north about half a mile, and then kind of as central as you can in the lake, and that'll be a great spot.
Perfect. No worries.
Excellent. Look at the size of this. This is massive. Oh, look at the mountains peeking up to the sky. Hey, can we climb up on top of those mountains? We must be able to.
Oh yeah.
Because of all the
those
lakes
mountains you can see. Mm-hmm. And there's tons of hidden water bodies and things to discover up and around there. So you are encouraged. Obviously, you've got the two main fishing lakes to jump into straight away. But going off the beaten track, you'll be rewarded and hopefully find some of the diamonds too.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
This looks good, Chris.
No, we have actually touched base on them. I don't know if we want to. Do you want to give any details with the upcoming legendary fish for those that haven't been in the streams and seen the information? I see a few people talking about it. They want to know how they work.
Yeah, so we've got 3 new legendary fish, and they go live tomorrow. And what will happen? This isn't like all 3 fish are always available to catch at all times. You'll basically be told when you fire at the game there's a legendary fish active, and you'll have to go out and try and find the legendary fish. And that's one thing we want you guys as the community to try and work together to try and find out where this fish is, because it isn't like it's a new species and there are dozens of them all over the map. There is one Big Larry, and that Big Larry is somewhere on the map, and you'll have to work it out where it is. And obviously, once you've found him, sorry, her in that instance, Big Larry, you'll have to then actually win the fight, which is not going to be easy.
And so that I mean, there it is. The devil's in the details. First off, the community's gonna have to work together to find it. Once it's found, doesn't mean you're gonna be able to reel it in. I like that challenge.
It should offer you more of a challenge than a diamond does at the minute, but I would encourage you, don't necessarily bring your best gear. Try and give yourself a challenge and come with the mid-level to high-level gear on your first try, just because you want to have a really tough fight the first time you see it, I think. So don't over-prepare. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to find, but I would encourage anyone listening to try it with a mid-level setup instead of a high-level setup, just to give yourself a good experience.
I think that's what a lot of our core community players are all about these days. They want that incredible feeling of a really hard fight. Plus, it increases the score. So if you're taking part in the likes of King of the Catch, you're going to want to get that big score. So it's not all about the biggest, the best, the toughest, because it doesn't always work out that way. Hey, I just want to point out, you see in the distance there, folks? Let's see if I can zoom in. You'll see it on this screen. Look, there's the Viking ship. You can see it from here. That's pretty cool. It's beached.
I wouldn't mind going and have a look at that later, Chris, if you can take me. I need to catch some salmon first, obviously.
Oh, of course.
Now, if you pull a salmon in, don't release it right away. Let me get a. Oh, it's going to be hard to get a look at it.
Yeah, try to go a little bit deeper.
Yeah,
to get the salmon.
You guys should maybe cast towards me so you're facing me. Do your trophy. Just need some way to display Big Larry in game while you tie. What do you see? Good to see you, by the way.
You can actually get a sneak peek of them. So when you get the update tomorrow, you'll be able to go into a new tab inside the handbook. It's a legendary fish tab, and it will give you a little bit of history, a bit of backstory to the legendary fish, and you'll be able to see them. Obviously, you won't be able to get a true sense of the size or scale of them, because you'll need to actually catch them to do that. And obviously, it doesn't give you details about how big they are until you actually catch them. So there's a few missing details. However, you can go and check them out straight away.
That's pretty cool because they're a very big draw. I mean, we've seen the excitement around it, so that's nice to hear. We get a chance to look at it because it might be a while before you're able to actually pull one in. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun for us to watch. We genuinely don't know, how you guys are going to fare and whether or not you're going to catch one in the first hour or two, or whether or not it's going to take you a week to catch the first legendary. It's all down to the community effort, because I think if you do it on your own, it's going to take a while to scour the waters and find the right location. But if you kind of collaborate, work together, I think you can find it much faster than our QA team did, because that's what we did. We set them a challenge. We didn't tell them where they're going to spawn, and we asked them as a group to try and work it out. They found them, but it took a while.
It took a bit, yes.
I mean, the Discord crew are pretty tenacious. I am looking forward to see how quick they find it for sure.
I can't wait either. I think we should probably start a pool at work and.
I don't know, because I'd be jumping into people's DMs, telling them where it is.
Oh no!
Oh, cheating! We know your true colors now, Rushy. I get it.
That's it. Drinks are on Rushy then. Great news. Thanks for the free DLC and for the legendaries. Right on, Rogrim. Thank you, my friend. Taz, my friend, that's not something that we actually know at this point. Let me get back to you on that one. Will they potentially line up with the King of the Catch, Fish of the Week? So that's something we'll have to discuss, because we could, right off a launch, have the following week with one of the legendary fish. But I wouldn't want to take away from Norway in the same hand. I think that's something we could do with King of the Catch. Let me speak with the team and see what the general consensus is. I think, though, it would be nice to focus on a few of the Norway species, as I know that, much like myself, so many of us are going to spend a good bit of time on here, getting to know it, getting to learn the new fish and the habits, and getting some of the gear and exploring and whatnot. So, yeah. Not yet the great one. We hope to share something soon, because we certainly do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, some great ideas. Shadow Nice. In fact, if you guys are reading what Shadow Nice said, he says some great maps could be located in Serbia. Get in the Discord, into the suggestions channel, and let us know your thoughts. People upvoted, and these fine gentlemen around us here and the rest of our dev team are constantly on the watch for your ideas, your wants, your suggestions, and also a good place if you do run into any issues. Our QA team's in there. Man, I'm getting quite the show with the fish jumping around my line. I don't have the right setup, but pretty impressive.
I feel there must be no salmon here for my specialized salmon setup.
Well,
I've seen throughout the week, I've seen a bunch of people asking about Raymond the cat. It's a slight aside. We'll get back to Norway soon, I promise, but I want to answer it on stream. Raymond the cat is unfortunately missing, but in actuality, he is an actual cat. And he is the cat of Dom, right? He's Dom's cat.
Yes.
On the dev team.
Yeah.
So everyone's asking and concerned for Raymond. Raymond is safe and very loved. Not missing at all.
Yeah, no Raymonds were harmed in the making of this.
Oh, of course.
Raymonds were only cuddled and loved very, very much.
What do we see here with chat? Is progress shared on the maps, level, money, etc.? And
it is. It is. Obviously, you have a new reserve reputation to work towards, because each of the reserves has its own progression track as well. But your level will remain the same, your bank balance will remain the same. So I know your gear will carry over as well. So, but we do track individual stats as well for both reserves, so you can kind of see how long you played each one for, traveled for, fished for, etc. So
that's
you still got all that.
There you go.
And we also have some Norway specific achievements as well. So you'll have some new goals to work towards. So Steam, EGS, and Windows achievements I'm talking about there. So I think there's 5 more, which largely are based around a bunch of the missions. But just another goal for you to work towards, along with daily and weekly challenges. Norway will have its own separate set of daily and weekly challenges. So essentially, you'll have 2 sets of dailies, 2 sets of weeklies, for both reserves now. So you'll have more challenges to work towards.
Very nice. That's going to tick the box. That's going to tick the box of a lot of our achievement hunters. And as Reshi mentioned earlier, my friends, there is new specific gear here in Norway, but that's going to benefit you on the Golden Ridge Reserve, specifically, as you mentioned, for the legendary fights. Because there's some bigger, heftier stuff, right? So that's kind of nice. Sure, had a point. Look at using the emotes. Love it. Or not the emotes, the in-game chat. That's fantastic.
Yes, should we make a move then? Maybe, I don't know, head up
Sure.
north to the top of the lake and then have a little wander up there.
Yeah, if there's something that we would like to show off, we are starting to run a little shy on time. We got 5 minutes left.
Or should we go to the boat instead?
Maybe just
You wanna
head,
have a look
down
at
to
the boat?
head down to
Yes.
the point of interest. Yeah.
Go to the boat. Go to the boat.
Oh, did you? Oh,
I might
He
meet,
just
I'm
disappeared.
going to meet you there.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Will the quest still give free legendaries on Norway? So the legendaries are coming to Golden Ridge Reserve with this update, and I don't believe that there's any. They're not going to be in the storyline or in any of the quests, right?
I think what they're getting at here is the free diamonds with the quests on. I think they meant diamonds. I think rather than legendaries. I think so.
They
Anyway,
meant diamonds, yes.
Yeah, I mean, for all of the 14 fish species in Norway, there will be bronze, silver, gold, and diamonds. And I think I need to double check this. We do have fishing challenges for all the species and all the ranks as well. So plenty to work towards there.
Very nice. Look at this. Well, I couldn't see from that far back that there's actually one in the water as well.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Which there might be a surprise at nighttime if you keep your eyes peeled. There might be something cool that happens at nighttime.
Oh, were we supposed to say that? Was that a leak?
there's no links in
don't
this boat.
know.
Everyone will see it
Yeah.
tomorrow, so it's all going to be good.
Things for the
Yeah,
game.
fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just teasing. That looks great.
There should be something new as well to help you fish at night as well, right? Well, the flashlight, obviously.
The flashlight. Yeah.
But I think
We've
we've
got the-
also,
Yeah, we've got a glowing float. So obviously at night time it can be tricky to see the float in the water. So that's available, I think, to purchase from the store. I think it's like 100 credits or something. So it's not expensive at all. So yeah, jump in there and definitely pick it up and add it to your backpack.
Very nice. Oh, I can't wait to go and check this out. Some Northern Lights,
Yes.
yep. They mentioned that earlier. You have the opportunity to see Northern Lights. It's not a nightly thing. I would presume it's going to be spaced out, or does it show up every night? The Northern
That's a
Lights.
good question.
Yeah.
I'm
That
not
is a good
entirely
question.
Sure whether or not it happens every night or not.
I don't think
Um,
it's every night. I'm pretty sure.
There's definitely
but
some randomness to it, I think.
yes.
Okay. There we go. I imagine
so.
it's going to be quite spectacular. Can't wait to see the screenshots of it in the Discord, my friends. And please, when this comes out, share in the Discord, pass it around through the community, so people that don't have that chance to get after it, because we do have some folks that have got a lot more time on their hands, and we can certainly see that through their experience with the fishing. They've done quite well. This is great. This is absolutely great with all this around here. It gives it a very nice feel. Can we go in this building?
did you get a bit of VO there, Jaxy, when you discovered this location?
I actually leveled up when we came in.
You should have got a little thing from the warden for discovering it for the first time.
Oh,
I also didn't get it, so that's a little concerning for me. I maybe have to have a look at that.
gotcha.
We were a few days ago.
No problems. No problems. Oh wow, look at this. Oh goodness, this is the sort of thing that just grabs me. It was one of my favorite things in Golden Ridge Reserve was running the waterways, the rivers, and heading up down by the waterfalls. I cannot wait to go and explore this. Like seriously, but if I were to do this for the rest of the day, it's still work, right? I mean, it's it's research.
Yeah.
You can do that, right? Yeah. And there are some really awesome waterfalls to see. We were looking at them yesterday on one of the playtests, and they're looking awesome.
Oh, right on. Gonna have to go and find them. My friends, I can't believe that has been an hour already. Wow. Norway. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna absolutely butcher it. Someone say the name properly.
Troll Sport,
Thank you.
the
Troll
reserve,
Sport.
perfect.
Troll Sport. Actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad for me. I have a hard time with a lot of the names in our games. Troll Sport is coming tomorrow across all of our PC platforms. You can pick it up for free for a limited time. However, once you get it, it is completely in your library. Enjoy, my friends. It is a big thank you from our team here at Expansive Worlds working on The Angler. Exciting times. You guys have done an incredible job. What a great first look for me, being able to jump on the reserve and have such an informative guided tour. And we've barely scratched the surface. I can't wait for everybody to get into this. So don't forget to go and pick it up tomorrow. Do we have a time that we can offer? I'm seeing it asked in chat.
We never give times.
Exactly, yeah.
No, as soon as it's available on the stores, we'll let you know. Obviously, we're working with Microsoft and Epic and Steam to ensure it's timely release. But the moment it's up, we will let you know.
Awesome. Fantastic. Beautiful. Don't forget to go and check out the legendaries over on Golden Ridge Reserves, which lands tomorrow. And thank you, gentlemen, so much for coming out and so much information and backstory here. I'm looking forward to seeing what the community does with all this. Boys, thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you very much, mate.
It's always fun. Thanks.
Thank you, man. I'm glowing here, my friends. We'll see you all throughout the community, and we'll catch you again very, very soon. Don't forget to come back. This is the last one until the beginning of January. Keep your eyes on the socials. We'll keep you informed.